What is up, YouTube family? It is your boy Zach, and I am back at it with another album review. Today, we are going to be talking about Kendrick Lamar's debut, Overly Dedicated. This album came out in 2010, so just 1 year after Drake's debut, or at least the first one that we have on DSPs. So, I want to take a look at the Kendrick Lamar full discog in the same way that I'm going to be looking at Drake's, because I don't think it's necessarily fair for me to be so in-depth and critical of one artist without looking at the other. And obviously with that first one with Drake, it happened a long time ago, and so did this one. So we'll see what I think about all of these tracks from Kendrick. I have not listened to Overly Dedicated all the way through. There's a few tracks that I have listened to, and I thought some of them were okay. So without further ado, we are going to get right into it. This is Kendrick Lamar's debut album. Came out in 2010, 12-song album. It has about a 10-20 minute shorter runtime than Drake's debut, but this has 6 less songs on it. So we will see if this is a better listen or just check it out. We'll see how this goes. And here we have Jhené Aiko with Kendrick Lamar. So it's pretty interesting. I did not know that Kendrick Lamar had a song with Jhené Aiko before Drake did. So we'll see how it goes. And this is the start of the album, Overly Dedicated by Kendrick Lamar. First track, Growing Apart, To Get Closer. Sounds like some live drums.
Where are you going? We should be growing now.
Smoke to it, nigga. Smoke to it, nigga.
Goofy.
Look each other in the face and barely blink. I tried to make it right, but the pen ran out of ink. So if my letters don't reach you, I hope these lyrics in sync.
Where are we going? Why are we slowing down?
I'm bored.
Where are you going? We should be growing now.
I know to follow him, rather following people or follow vanity, cause that means I'm following evil. Guess I'm following evil. I should follow cathedral. Blessings I need, but live like I don't need you.
Where are we going? Why are we slowing down? Where are you going? We should be growing now.
So in conclusion, we all seem to stumble, planning our own demise, forgetting the big picture and making it wallet size. So to what's important in my life, I apologize. I promise to stay faithful, focused, and sanctified. We all get distracted. The question is, would you bounce back or bounce backwards? Would you not know how to act or take action? It's just a part of life, and if your vision's impaired, you probably lose it all tonight.
I think we're getting closer.
Pretty boring track. Not much to say about it except that it is interesting to hear that type of instrumentation so early from Kendrick. Because, we would definitely see that influence come later on in his more popular albums. So, first song is a miss.
Lord, forgive me. Kill him, wait, stand over him, shake his hand, then jump back in that minivan, double back to his block and blam. I ain't backing down for nothing. I'ma back him down like Shaq with this black 223 in my hand. Better pray that this chopper jam like a radio single, man. Police radio signal saying that a 187 land on your corner. Coroners comfort your mama, he's dead the next morning. Hot toasted up with my homies, we drink and smoke marijuana. Want us to change our ways? You see this game we play come from uncles that raised me in Compton. Ask me what I have accomplished. I don't know, I don't have conscience. I just load up and start dumping on enemies. I'm headhunting, no sympathy, ain't no love. When you in these streets, just get something. Protect your neck, cause they coming for set respect. Split your onion and chop your deck. Your head tumbling like gymnastics. Cause ignorance is bliss. This the hardest shit you heard from LA this far. And I'm this far from a discharge, but never will I discharge. We all tryna ball, and when I got the rock, I'll dish off. Until that day I pistol whip you poses.
Alright, I don't need that. I don't need these lasers going off. So far, really love Kendrick's performance. Love the way he's rapping. Love the flow. Love the lyrics. Even the message so far is pretty good. But yeah, I don't need that. That's way too much going on for the production, in my opinion.
Indubitably, I'm too street. Indubitably, I'ma do me better than your bitch would. Cause you niggas too weak, but just give me 2 weeks and I'm good. I make an album that'll put a smile on Malcolm, make Martin Luther tell God I'm the future for heaven's talent. No tarot card reading, I'm foreseeing you niggas vanish. Not only from the.
What's interesting about this isn't So Far Gone. Drake says I have 2 black cars, one named Malcolm, one named Martin. Kendrick says, I'll make an album that'll put a smile on Malcolm. Make Martin Luther tell God I'm the future for heaven's talent. So, like, totally, like, both of them using those guys in the same, 2 bars. But you can kind of see why this holds up better and why this is kind of more genuine and kind of holds these characters in a higher light than what Drake's saying. Drake is just like, oh, they're black, just like these black guys. Kendrick is like naming them and saying like, I would make them proud. So that's pretty interesting.
I'm including the planet. Cats so watered down. Clowns can sink Titanic. Titanium around they neck and watch them panic. Give me respect, damn it, or get damaged. Die young, corpse identified by your parents. Apparently you a parrot, marking me in my blueprint. But I won't share it, just make you cop it, then call you a sheriff. I'm SoCal, you so-called. Rappers need to go call Ghostbusters, cause shoe busters are Casper when I go off. I show up to show out, then show off. You 100% behind me, and if you hard, then wreck your car, then walk up to my crime scene. I remember being 17, wishing someone would sign me. Now the only way these labels get me back is when they rewind me. Backing down bargains, backing down bitches. We go flip her when she off that blue dolphin. You go tip her.
Yeah, I hate that so much. Like, if it was not for that, this would be a really, really good song. I still think it's a good song. It's a serviceable song. I like everything about what Kendrick's doing, but that production just totally, like, it just totally throws me off and makes me, like, not want to listen. So this is like a half and half for me.
Gina, baby, I don't have no money. I don't have no end. Gina, I'm ass out.
P&P 1.5, Kendrick Lamar and Ab Soul, track 3.
What up, what up? I'm going through something with life. But pussy and Patron make you feel alright. Pussy and Patron make you feel alright. Pussy and Patron, that's some great advice. Well, I used to have a 9 to 5, fresh out of school, that was 05. That bitch was racist, got me fired. Ever since then, I had no job. Pushing in my mama van, stop for gas on Rosecrans. Trust me, these niggas rush me for something my cousin probably did.
Okay, just to start this off, right, I thought, obviously this Pussy and Patron hook is awesome, and the production is great as well. It all really, is very cohesive, sounds great together. But then once Kendrick starts, I feel like he kind of starts off weak, in my opinion. Knowing what we know now about Kendrick and his, but, maybe he just didn't find his sound yet. But then once he gets to here, I used to have a 9 to 5, fresh out of school. That was 05. That girl is racist, got me fired. Since then, I had no job. Pushing in my mama's van. Stop for gas on Rosecrans. Trust me, these dudes probably rushed me for something my cousin probably did. Here is where he starts to paint a very vivid picture. And here's where, like, I actually get hooked and drawn into what he's, trying to tell me. So, I wish he just would have started this verse a little bit stronger. Let's keep going.
Association story of my life, nigga. You gon' make me flip this bitch, your shit, judge, give me life, nigga. Pain since my grandma's death. Uncle killed at Louis Burgers. Hold my tears, I try my best. Let it go, drench my pour over. Cycles of a starving artist trying to go beyond the margins, maintaining my modest as I dream. So while I go through all this bullshit, what you call it, life itself, I know what helps. Let me scroll through my BlackBerry.
Hey, what's up, Daddy?
Something with.
Yeah, so I really think he finishes the verse super strongly here. But yeah, I wish it would have started a little bit better. Something else about that verse, you kind of hear him get into that angrier like register that he kind of sometimes performs with. really cool to see that he is, you know, trying that out so early as well.
How I live, big shot on my grind already. I'ma lay it down like a carpenter. When you let me, when you let me, when you let, when you let me, when you let me.
Give me that funk, that sweet, that nasty stuff. That is, I believe, oh God, it's Rick James, right? Yeah, that funk, that sweet, that funky stuff. That
sweet, funky stuff.
Yeah, that is Rick James. So pretty cool that he's quoting that there, and I mean, it kind of comes out of nowhere, but he is saying like, "I'm gonna lay it down like a carpenter." When I also think that it's cool to hear that Kendrick Lamar on this track is talking about some things that we continue to hear through his music, right? Here he's talking about, you know, pussy and Patron, right? That's the only, all he needs, he'll be good, right? He's kind of talking about the dangers of these types of things, and you know, how lust can overcome someone, and how they can, you know, use these as methods for coping. So it is pretty interesting to hear so early on that he's really touching on this stuff. So pretty cool.
We often get lost in the alcohol bottle and attempt to ignore pain, problem, and sorrow just for a minute. Then back to the bullshit, your car no do, and you about to get evicted. 2 drugs you need, Patron, pussy, make it feel alright. But once it's empty hand, that bitch leave, then it's back to life. You can't run from it, gotta run to it, nigga. The antidote wouldn't last, and you know it, nigga. But still, you proceed to dive deep, ask what's her zodiac sign. I'm going through something in life, but pussy and Patron make it feel alright. Pussy and Patron.
I really like the way the instrumental has changed here, because before, right, it kind of feels like, hey, like, let's go, like, pussy and Patron, yeah, it does make me feel all right. But then you get to this part, and now it's so much darker, and he's really just laid it out pretty plainly for you what exactly he's talking about in this previous verse. And so you get to this point, and then the hook comes again, and you're like, whoa, it's a little bit darker now. So pretty cool.
Make you feel all right. Pussy and Patron.
Sounds like you're spiraling.
Crackers watch my every step. Man, I hate to work for them. One time I tried to work for me, but that shit didn't work for me. And here I am, stressing, questioning my direction, man. What to do? Nothing's moving. Traffic jam. Wiggle through it. Pop the cork and take the fluid. Bust that pussy open. Bust that pussy open. Bust that pussy open. So, balls deep. You dig?
Whole day.
I'm going through something in life, but pussy and Patron make you feel.
Pretty weak verse from Ab-Soul. Like, this song, in my opinion, could be, you know, up there as like a, I don't know, maybe, I wouldn't say it's a perfect song. I wouldn't give it like a 10, but maybe around the 8-9 range. But then Ab-Soul comes on, and it's just, it seems unnecessary in my opinion. I mean, pretty good song. Really love the theme, love the message, love how cohesive it is. But yeah, the screw thing is, could have gone without it. It's all right. Alien Girl, Today with Her. Interesting. All right, let's see where this goes. We're in space, everyone. Woo!
Halle Berry, Miss Jolie, where she's from, no idea. That girl's an alien.
No ID. I'm going to be fair here, right? I call out Drake when he says something that's suspect. Why would she not have an ID? I don't know.
I'm 101, you must have won every pageant in America when you was young. Lips, hips, hair drip down the back, crazy. Body frame crazy, insane crazy. The only girl
like this
that
part.
can make time, then make me stop. She look better than Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Halle Berry, Miss Jolie, where she's from, no ID. That girl's an alien. I laugh at it rather than jab at it, then continue eternal life as a crack addict. Cause I'm addicted, and you the drug. Cold turkey, no sir. Gotta be an odyssey from heaven gate above. You definitely know probably I gotta give it up. Lips, hips, hair drip down her back, crazy. Body frame crazy, insane crazy. The only girl that can make time, then make me.
Yeah, this was an okay track, in my opinion. I think this "So Let's Go" hook, it's all right. It's not the best in my opinion, but I really like the way that Kendrick's flowing on this. I really like the beginning of this hook where, you know, it sounds like he's kind of like speaking as if he is in outer space, and then that girl's an alien. Like when that comes in, it really like pops out, and I think it catches you at the beginning, and you know it shows up again throughout it. But this is just interesting from like a subject matter standpoint to hear Kendrick Lamar make this song that's literally like it's about this girl, right? It's about a girl, and that's pretty much as deep as I think it pretty much gets. Besides him saying like he's addicted to her, still it's a serviceable song, and I kind of, you know, I get the point of it. So pretty okay in my opinion. Opposites attract, tomorrow without her. Okay, so this was today with her, tomorrow without her. There's that Kendrick sound we're used to, you know. Pretty cool.
Why you always lift me up when I'm completely giving up? And when niggas holler what's up, you give a dry response. Why you giving me your last knowing you ain't got it? Why you always buy me something when you going shopping? Why you tell me that you love me? Why you always thinking of me? Want my company rather than going club hopping? Why you treating my mama like she your mama too? Why you making promises that you'll forever do whatever just to make me happy? Wanting us to have a family. These are exactly the reasons why I cheat on you. Sometimes we hurt people that love us, love people that hurt us, hurt people
Damn.
that love us. Why you got other bitches rolling their eyes at me? Why text messages popping up saying hi daddy? Why you treat me like I'm nothing? Why you always at a function? I be wanting to go out but you don't never ask me. Why you slip and say her name when we having sex? Why you always assuming that I still like my ex? Every time we get into it, I'm the one that's feeling stupid. You don't need me, you gon' leave me, that's your favorite threat. Why you never know how I feel to be lonely? Why I feel I'm the last option after your homies? Why you always gotta know that how I never let you go, even though you get violent and put your hands on me? Sometimes.
This is, you know, maybe where Drake is getting that idea from. Kendrick Lamar has always said that he's, you know, made music for people in his town and tried to make things to better them and things that they can understand. And this is really, really interesting verse from the perspective of this other girl, essentially talking to Kendrick about all of these things and all of these, you know, it's like microaggressions, right? I don't know if microaggressions is the right word, but things that, you know, you might not even think about necessarily, but, you know, in your relationship, right? She says, why you got to be mean to me? You know, somebody might reply, I'm not being mean to you, right? And, you know, why are other girls rolling their eyes at me? Why are the text messages saying, hi, daddy? Like, it's all these little things that I guess this woman is, you know, seeing, and she's like, you know, essentially questioning her man about it, even though it might not be literally cheating, but he does say in the song that there is cheating as well. And yeah, even here it says, get violent and put your hands on me. So here Kendrick is like kind of, you know, showing this, you know, toxic relationship and how that relationship can affect a woman, which is really cool and interesting to see.
She says she loves me. She says she loves me, so she clings to me even when I want to be left alone. But she's beautiful. Like sometimes when I have things on my mind, she's the perfect person to listen. And she only gives advice, she says, when I give her a view. She says she loves me. Like when I wake up in the morning, she's sitting on the edge of the bed with a plate of food, wanting to feed me. She says she needs me. She says she loves me. Or like when I'm stepping out of the shower, she's standing there with the towel, wanting to dry me home. She says she loves me. So instead of admitting that she has made another mistake,
fantastic track. Really, really, really cool track, and it's awesome to see that Kendrick Lamar's head was in this space so early on in his career. I'm glad that we were able to get this because up to this part, I mean, obviously, Pussy and Patron, or Patron and Pussy. This was, kind of the crown jewel. I think at this moment, I did not care for the first two tracks, and even the fourth track, it was pretty okay. I thought it was cool, kind of. But really, these are the two standouts to me: P&P 1.5 and Opposites Attract. And this song here, I have heard it before. So let's just have fun.
I used to wanna be like Michael Jordan. Figured I would hit the NBA. It made
Come on, Kendrick. Don't even lie, bro. You was never going to be Michael Jordan. You were never going to be Michael Jordan, short ass. Come on, man. What is he talking about, bro? He's making shit up.
Every time I'm in my city, I be hacking like my shit don't stink. Used to clean my rolling chain with alcohol in the sink. Riding around with niggas that I grew up with, smack near, bumping me against the world. Hello world,
Kendrick here.
and I'm too much for these niggas. I'm too much for these hoes. I'm too much for these niggas. I'm too much for these hoes. I'm too much for these niggas. I'm too much for these hoes.
Wayne told me that, and that's just how it goes.
Michael Jordan. I don't know why your bitch wanna fuck me. And I don't know why you fuck niggas can't see. I'm a Comptown, represent a concrete
Backflipper.
aka that nigga.
Don't worry.
I don't know why your bitch wanna fuck me. And I don't know why you fuck niggas can't see.
This is high power since the Eddie Bauer. I've been popular. I'm popping now.
Every other hour, paparazzi come, you jocking her. Let her be a hoe. Why you stopping her? We stopping the traffic. What you know about them hockey pucks skating on them? Why you hating on them? You should learn from them. Seen too many y'all getting money. Know my turn coming.
Great verse. This is like a braggadocious, rap. Even though he is talking about some Compton stuff, like he is being honest, like saying, I used to clean my rolly chain with alcohol in the sink. Like this is like real stuff. But at the same time, this is definitely like a song for the club and for the radio, right? As you can tell with this chorus talking about Michael Jordan. Like I don't think Kendrick Lamar ever really believes that. In fact, later on in his career, he says he wishes that he was Aaron Afalo. That is so much more believable to me than this. But at the same time, he is absolutely flowing and spitting. The production is super anthemic, matches the vibe. So far, great track.
And I'm too much for these niggas. I'm too much for these hoes. I'm too much for these niggas. I'm too much for these hoes. I'm too much for
Quotable hook too, right? Catchy.
niggas. I'm too much for these hoes. Wayne told me that, and that's just how it goes. Michael Jordan, bitch. Michael Jordan, bitch. Michael Jordan, bitch.
Oh my god. Wow. I can't believe it took me this long. I've been listening to this song. One of my buddies showed it to me, I want to say 4 years ago. And I never recognized the reason he's saying I'm too much for these, I'm three much for this is 2-3 Michael Jordan. Like it right over my head. Wow. I was always like, why is he saying Michael Jordan? Oh my god, come on, man. Really, Zach? You got to do better than that.
Man, the game chose me. What am I to do? Only thing I did wrong was make it possible. I did bop and make them titties pop. Out they on my bumper like a city cop. Pussy crazy. Pussy crazy. You fuck niggas. You pussies crazy. Man, I know I can't tell you about the world, homie. But I know I can tell you about your girl, homie. Her pussy crazy. Her pussy crazy. I fuck, nigga. I know you hate.
So this is a Drake-ism right here. Saying that you're like, oh, like I be with all yo bitches, like, whatever. But Kendrick Lamar sets this up in a really interesting way, talking about like, this girl, her pussy's crazy, whatever. And then he's talking about these other people, and then he said, you pussies are crazy, so flips it on its own head. And then he goes, I know I can't tell you about the world, but I can tell you about your girl. And then he goes back, her, yeah. He says, I fuck. But he also is calling the other dude a fuck, whatever. So really cool. That verse wasn't that great. I'm just gonna say it. It was not that great. But the first one I really liked, and the hook, and I really liked the production. So even though it's a little outdated at this point, I think it was very good for the times, and it does like transport me back to a certain time in music history. So pretty cool.
Feeling like my shit don't stink. Used to clean my rolling chain with alcohol in the sink.
I remember tripping, walking through the set like my Glock don't think. Grandma in the kitchen, neck bones in the sink. I don't know why your bitch wanna fuck me. And I don't know why you sucker niggas can't see. I'm from Hoover, man. How you Superman? Shit, you Lois Lane. You pussy,
Oh, I love that.
With the pussy gang. Shit, we off the chain. We poppin' ain't. Fortune not the fame. Shit, you backwards, man. You chasing hoes. We replacing those. Bagging past them hoes. You leaning off the activus. Passing blunts.
Round and round.
Told me Mary was a go. So we passed around and round. Yo, bitch text me once a now. So I had to knock her down. Heard her bouncing on my ball. Slinging dick up from the mouth. You let it slide. I hit home runs. Clean her dug out till I'm done. I can be your number 2 and you can be her number 1. Her pussy crazy. Her pussy crazy. You fuck nigga.
Really love the Schoolboy Q feature. It totally fits the song. He even is playing off of some of Kendrick's previous rhymes throughout. It's great. Yeah, this is a great song. Still kind of stands with me to this day. For all of the reasons I've previously talked about. Michael Jordan, track 6. Halfway through, we kind of got a 50-50 going on here, right? 3 of them I could kind of do without, and the other 3 I think are actually pretty strong tracks overall. So this is R.O.T.C. Interlude with Kendrick Lamar and BJ the Chicago Kid. These two would have future collaborations together, so let's see how this is sounding. This kind of reminds me of that Faye Webster song. I'll quiet down if it's what you want.
I understand I'm not the only one for you.
Can't you hear it? Y'all music theory people, tell me why I thought that.
This is me thinking at 4:43 a.m. June 6th.
Timestamp. He did the Drake thing before Drake. He just didn't title the song it.
Sometimes I wanna say fuck rapping. I need money now. Like should I start trapping? If what I write down don't collect this very moment, then I'm on it, no question. The streets, my niggas is well connected. Let's see. Do I cop a pound of kush, promethazine, or push some E? Oxycontin, have me laying on soft cotton when I sleep. This is deepest to your biz. I'm not just rhyming on the beat. I be in spots, chopping up rocks like Flintstone feet. This is me, frustrated, battling my own evils. Finna saddle up that work across Ohio in a Geo. Or should I sell my music zip to buy a zipping hoe one day and flourish to a kilo? Track record of a hustler, rather records on a needle, making music. Clocking fast bank like a shot from Patrick Ewing. My nigga, what you doing on these corners wicked? I thought you had a show. Well, my nigga, I guess I did it. I'm trying to get this dough and easy money sounds tempting. Especially when your homies pushing V8 engines. 22 on 26's Range Rovers rolling up. 354 ounce of fire. Hope I got enough. This industry calling my bluff. I need a new solution. Curve serving, no, I might be in your store boosted. 211s with Mac 11s like fuck hip hop. Don't wanna be pun, don't wanna be big, don't wanna be pop. Just give me your funds, aka everything that you got. Or everything getting shot for nothing, leave you in shock, coughing up blood and mumbling. Watch the plans of a young man sponsor. Moving grams like relocating your mama's mama.
There are times when you need someone. I will be by your side. Oh, darling, you've got to look at the other side.
R.O.T.C. A right on time conscience.
Yeah, that song was great. That was my first time ever hearing that song too. Kendrick Lamar really, really got into his bag there. The BJ, the Chicago Kid outro was also pretty good. I felt like it was necessary to kind of end it. But yeah, man, that was really cool. I'm gonna have to listen to that a few more times. Like I find myself sometimes when I watch these or listen to Kendrick Lamar and I try to follow along with the lyrics, I'll get so like caught up in a line and then I'll just miss like some other bars. So gotta try and like focus and just keep moving with the song instead of trying to be so deep into the lyrics. But that one just had me hooked and had me wanting to keep listening instead of like stopping and breaking everything down. Sounded amazing. Love that track. Track number 8, Barbed Wire.
One time. Oh, what a cold world for a broke nigga. It's bitter, and life's a bitch. Don't hit women, so I bit her. I struck enough pain, let her know I wasn't plain. I was so sincere, like Nas' first name and better. They tell me it's very difficult to see 25, and if I survive, it probably would have selling. My opportunities are low because my brown complexion flowed in the ghetto rather in some hills like Giuseppe's. They want me unemployed until I hit the streets, fulfilling voids. A broke deep boy selling weed, fucking up my prestige till I live with the blues. BB King or the neighbors of Snoop. That's why I'm in the club like fucking dope. They say it's only one life. And if you say I can't live comfortable, I'ma tell you that's a lie. So while I hold this bottle, what's a rock?
This sounds great. This really does sound great so far. The beat kind of took a little getting used to, I think. When it started, I kind of felt like it was a little busy, but it kind of just starts fading as it goes, and Kendrick keeps spitting. But I really, really love the way that he sounds here on this part. Hopefully it's part of the hook. Probably is because of the repetition, so we'll see. Let's keep going. Background vocals coming through. Oh, it's so interesting to hear that like ghostly voice in the background, because we know that is a part of this song that is used extensively, I think, on To Pimp a Butterfly. So pretty cool.
Desperately in need of some inspiration. See what the people saying. She go have a baby, then flee from her education at the age of 16. Credit card scam scheme. See a scar on the eye. Boyfriend brutality. She'll never get by. No how, no way. Welfare recipient. Property. Other state. Housing. Section 8. Corner store. Prostitute. The owner about to prosecute. The niggas tell her that she cute. Hood rat trash. 6 baby daddies. And this baby daddy is new to the family. Chilling in pajamas. Waiting on the first. Fat four. Spilling drinks on the fur. That's why she in the club like fuck it though. They say it's only one life.
Another pretty good verse. He gets into this kind of weirder voice inflection that I'm not too crazy about, but he doesn't stay on it too long to where it just like ruins the verse for me. So, yeah. So far, so good, man. Barbed Wire.
If you say she can't live comfortable, she go tell you that's a lie. Of a convertible, eloping to get married. What a feeling of overcoming the odds.
I don't even think that Drake knows what the word elope means.
It's like you just hit the lottery, my God, there must be a God. Cause God leads you to made it through the fight while squabbling Ali. Now your lifestyle's looking up and you escaped the crooked cuffs. And you ain't had to kill a nigga just to make a couple bucks. And she ain't had to go and fuck on everybody for $1. Making good decisions, got an independent business minded. Both of y'all are steady grinding, doing it the legal way. Just trying to make a decent pay on every second of the day. But they won't give you the credit, this is out their mouth. You must have joined the Illuminati just to ball out.
He's already so early in his career talking about living life, honorably, and not just selling your soul for cash, and actually like creating something that's good and something that's sustainable and something that is not eating at your soul. Really cool. Great four-track run here. Definitely picked up the pace, picked up the energy, compared to these earlier tracks. It seems so much more focused, and sonically a lot of interesting things are happening. So really actually impressed so far with what I'm hearing. Track 9, Average Joe.
Who is K-Dot? A young nigga from Compton on the curve writing raps next to a gunshot. On the corners where the gangsters and the killers dwell. The fraudulent in disguise to get unveiled. Everyone I knew was either Crip or Pyro. Cousins in elementary, relatives in high school. With that being said, each one of their rivals was aiming something at my head. I needed survival. Got jumped, got jacked, shot at, shot back. And I don't even push a line. I'm just trying to push these rhymes. In the midst of staying neutral and discreet.
On Euphoria, pick a hitter off one at a time with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a off one at a time with it. We could be on a 3-hour time difference. So yeah, it's all like consistent with what he's pretty much been talking about this whole time. Which, I keep saying it's interesting, but it's just good to see.
Instead, you're judged by the company you keep. But what you can consider, that if it goes down, they'll kill you if you kill me. It gets deep, nigga. So if you ask what I'm doing, I'm trying to duck the influence of my city that's brewing. Real talk.
Real talk.
This is why they fuck with me. Real talk, nigga. Believe it. This is why they fuck with me. Do what I do, I'm no gangster, no killer, I'm just your average Joe. Know that. One thing you should consider, I'm the realest you know. I was walking.
And here he is again. He's always been consistent with this, right? This is his, debut album. And he's literally just telling you, I'm not a gangster, I'm not killer, I'm just an average Joe. But I'm real. I am real. Everything that I'm going to say in my raps is going to be about me. It's going to be about my experience. It's going to be about, the life I've lived. So, and he's not going to bullshit you, right? He's not going to, be blowing smoke up his ass or up anyone else's ass. I'm not like married to this idea of, just from like a song standpoint. I don't think Kendrick should call himself an average Joe, but then again, he does kind of flip it. So I guess it kind of works, but for the most part, really like this song.
When a unidentified vehicle rolled up and I was like, hold up. Where you from? Bang. Where you stay? West side. That's a Pyro gang to be exact. Well aware they had blue across their hat. Dropped backpack and ran inside of the cul-de-sac. Shots rang out. Hoping to God I wasn't wet. Crossed across Rosecrans and ran inside of the jet. Chirped the homies on the high 95. They said they already knew what happened and meet them outside the garage. Never seen that many guns in my life. I was paranoid like a fiend in the night, but needed revenge. Grabbed the 9-ball, opened up the door and got in. Somebody said fall back. This is why they fuck with me. This is why they fuck.
You can really tell on this hook that Kendrick Lamar is a big Eminem fan. Just kind of clicked with me.
With me. Real talk. I'm no gangster, no killer, I'm just your average Joe. Come on. One thing you should consider, I'm the realest you know.
Another great track. Even though he is kind of wearing his influences on his sleeve a little bit, but he is, saying he's like, I make everyday life music. This is my life. What do you want me to say? Like, I'm not putting on a front for anybody. This isn't like, I'm not just rapping, just to rap. Like, I'm telling, this is everyday life. This is what it's like, and it's told eloquently. It sounds great. Pretty good track.
Everybody know I spit that other shit that make you duck for cover shit that make you hop out your seat and slap your mother shit. Especially when
drums sound crisp.
I drop jewels like
they sound
my nuts
great.
dropped out of my briefs. Jump in the booth to shatter every rapper's dream. They jump in the sauna because I killed their self-esteem. That's a jab, you should bob and weave. Like Pam with Martin pull jokes out his sleeve. I go in studio sessions and feel like a nerd. Cause I'm the only nigga there not smoking no herb. You telling me the kush make you think on level 4? I'm on 5, you saying that I can level more? In high school, my teachers thought I was smoking stress. Didn't know my eyes low cause of genetic defects. I stimulate my mind every time I think about the end of time. Creation of man and Columbine. Did you think that this some high shit that I wrote? Probably think I'm off the kush or the hydro. I don't need to smoke. I don't need to smoke. I don't need to smoke. I don't need to smoke.
On one hand, I like, Kendrick's rapping on this, right? He sounds great. The bars are hitting. He's got some, memorable punchlines in here. But at the same time, I just don't know about the concept of the song, right? Like, why are you making a song? I get it. He's not being a poser, right? He's making this, like, I get it. He's making this psychedelic track here. But at the same time, it's like, it kind of takes you out of it when he just goes, I don't even smoke. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. So if you're trying to get into this same type of space, it's not exactly what you would want to hear. But I think his performance is good.
I'll take you back to the 9th grade when Doughboy had me high for 4 days. That's my nigga, he a street nigga. Probably in your hood, fucking up your street nigga. But anyway, I think it was some purple. Told me don't hit it hard because it'll hurt you. I didn't listen. I was floating like the Rose Parade. Swear to God, a nigga seen some flying fishes. That was the Vegas trip, Wooter sponsored. The same time I start writing like a fucking monster. I'm Frankenstein every time this motherfucker ponders. Just underline every letter, capital K-D-O-T. Laying it flat out like a tire with slow leaks. Now what you bout? Nothing, huh? Am I square cause I don't puff a square? Are my raps too blunt to hit the blunt? Yeah.
As a song, it sounds good. Just conceptually, I'm not too tied to it. So, I mean, it kind of is a half and half for me. I'm not, it's not one of the best tracks, but I do kind of like the way it sounds, just from a production standpoint. And I think Kendrick has a good performance. I just don't think the lyrics and the actual message really makes much sense. Like, what are you trying to prove by that, Kendrick? Like, are you trying to, like, one-up everyone? Like, I'm not even high, right? Like, I'm better than these guys because I don't smoke weed. I don't know if that's the best angle, but it's still good. Next track, Cut You Off to Grow Closer. Run that shit, Ali.
I'm back chillin' with a friend of mine. She mighty fine, but I noticed that her heart resides next to bitterness. Always hollering who she don't like and who she kick it with. Who she wanna fight, who wearing a weave. Who Dooney your Burke bag is fake. Who holding the keys to the car she drove last year. Or who fucking on who and who need a pap smear. Getting on my nerves, but before your negative energy curve, bitch, I'ma cut you off. Cause every time you come around, you be hollering at whoop-de-whoop, blah-say-blah, he say, she say, oh my God, shut the fuck up. Ho, every time you come around, you be hollering at whoop-de-whoop, blah-say-blah, he say, she say.
Yeah, he's got to cut off these people who are not, being constructive in his life. He's like, I can't listen to this bullshit. All right.
I'm trying to learn something new. I'm trying to surround myself with people that inspire me. Or at least inquire similar desires to do what the TAKE just to reach the TOP. I function with you and you flaunt your pistol. Every second tell me how you pressed them at the Monte Crystal. Where's so-and-so from? And what neighborhood's beefing? Who baby mama's a rat? And who got killed last weekend? That shit is mad depressing, bringing me down. Speak on something with some substance that can get us both paid. Rather than telling me how these niggas jocking your style. Or his rims ain't bigger. Pussy nigga, I'ma cut you off. Cause every time you come around, you be hollering at whoop-de-whoop, blah-say-blah, he say, she say, oh my God, shut the fuck up, scary ass. See what I was taught, family is all I need, but indeed, them two can run me right up a tree, constantly talking shit about the next relative, wanting me to take sides, but I never give in, ever since grandma died, everyone parted ways, argue on holidays, left my uncle in prison for
This is really crazy right here. He's literally just talking about his family, which is really insane. He's a lot of people would never go this route, right, in their raps, because it could be perceived as disrespect, and I'm sure he did. It was perceived as disrespect by some people within his family, and I'm sure it's just part of the process. Like, he's got to cut these people off. But even this, ever since grandma died, everyone parted ways. Like, that is such it's so hard hitting, you know. I remember when the matriarch of my family, at least when I was a kid, my great grandmother, when she passed away, and we used to get together every year for these family reunions, you know. But as soon as she passed away, everyone was just kind of like, finally, we don't have to like fake it anymore. You know, it's I never even really thought about that until until I heard this. So it really just goes to show how Kendrick Lamar can put these really complex and deep thoughts into these verses, and just hit you, you know, right in your gut.
Yeah, nigga, you boo-boo, you tea, you turn down, you thirsty, you boo-boo, you tea, you turn down, you boo-boo, you tea.
All right, it's getting a little bit on my nerves, right? Like, I don't want to it too much. Let's get back to rapping. Yeah, pretty great track, man. It's crazy to think that somebody would go this deep on a debut album, you know. And it's amazing because if I would have listened to this when it came out, I would have probably been wondering, like, wow. I mean, I get that it's his first album, so he's going to have a lot more to say, but still, it would have been hard to fathom how deep he would go. I mean, literally on the previous track, he is talking about all of his family members and everyone in his hood that he's like, if I want to achieve what I want to achieve, I got to just cut off everyone at this point, you know, even my own family members, even my own mother, who he's giving the benefit of the doubt and saying, hey, we got the same blood, so at least I can, you know, kind of reason with you. Ooh, that was wild. That was a wild track, man. I didn't know that he was on that level, you know, back then. Wow. Track 12. She Needs Me remix. Something tells me I'm not gonna like this song. It's just because it already like it's a remix on the album. Like I feel like I'm not gonna like this, but
It's been months and I haven't heard from you. It's been months and I haven't heard from you. Come back to me.
this is what Drake sounds like on push-ups, you know, when he's like drop, and then even on Tailor Made Freestyle when he's like begging Kendrick, like, come on, I need you, I want to hear you sing, I want to hear you rap, Kendrick. Yeah, that's funny. I miss you, Kendrick.
Yeah, John, what you need? Some bomb head, a bag of weed, good food, Japanese. That's me on page 40 in that magazine.
Dom Kennedy.
You need that. She said nobody come close, I agree back. I'm the nigga used to help her pull that weed back. And she need me, believe that.
That girl is smoking, and can you believe that I'm her focus? It ain't hard to see she got me open, and together we are roller coasting.
What's up, love? It's been a while. You been good? I've been around. Remember dinner dates? I was late, Mr. Childs. Trying like a student, you the principal. Schooled me on timing. We was both shining like the sun bouncing off the brightest blood diamond. I was your highness, you was my queen. You got over him when I got in between. Watching Martin on TBS, it was TDS for us to eat TV dinners every time we was famished. Such a pleasure to watch you try to hold it together. Every time I put the head in, you would panic. They come right down like a avalanche, make your legs slant. Whisper to you, juicing up your pants.
Had to find love, we call it punch drunk.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really care about this track, to be honest, if it just has this like one Kendrick feature. Sounds okay. So yeah, stark difference in debut albums in my opinion, where in the Drake I found 3 out of the 18 songs to be listenable. Here I am finding myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or, yeah. 9. I'll give it a 9, right? I find that 9 of the 12 songs are not only like listenable, but actually like cool, interesting songs that, you know, if at the time I probably would have found myself spinning back a nice handful of these. So yeah, so far in my experience, Kendrick Lamar is the greater start to his career. I understand that this song does not have, or I understand that this album does not have a best I ever had on it. So, you know, that is something that I would have liked to maybe see as something that was like really, really popular. Which, you know, maybe Michael Jordan was supposed to be that, but it just never ended up happening. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below about Overly Dedicated by Kendrick Lamar. I thought it was a pretty strong debut. I don't think that it is nearly as interesting as the following albums from Kendrick Lamar. I was pleasantly surprised by this album, not only by how mature he sounds, but even the production pretty much all the way through is right on point. And you kind of just can tell, having listened to Kendrick Lamar's body of work, the trajectory that he was on at this point. And, you know, despite him not having a massive hit, you can see that this guy is uber talented and super focused when it comes to writing and performing on these tracks. So shouts out to Kendrick Lamar. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. It has been my pleasure. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe. Peace out, y'all.